I would just read some YouTube have for me to read real quick, but my name is Lance Johns. Lance Johns is driving a Las Vegas more baby. I want to talk about my former boss at John C. Lincoln Hospital, Honor Health, Deer Valley location. John C. Lincoln, Deer Valley location. Yeah, I've been thinking about this video forever, thinking about doing it, and I realized I had a picture of Joe from this board that I took from the hospital when they decided to throw it away. This board right here. Hold on. This board right here. I've been having this board since 2015, and up there below the wig is a picture where I got Joe face from. The only picture I have of him. But let me switch camera back. My room is junky. I'm showing you the good side, but I met Joe in 2012 when I used to work for John C. Lincoln in the dietary as a temp dishwasher. I worked there in 2012 maybe a few times. In 2013, they started sending me there more, and then Joe liked me, so I started going there every day and every day. And Joe kept saying, you keep coming to work, doing your job and everything, I'll hire you. Then after so many hours, he released me from my contract from Executive Southwest. And then I know as soon as my supervisor Johnson seen the badge, he was like, "Oh, you work for us now. I can write you up." Yeah, when he said that, I reported him, because you shouldn't say that to employees. And then after that, I made it through the in like 2013 when I was hired. Like in November, I made it through the year to 2014. Then 2014, I started having issues that caused me to have an ulcer, but I started, like calling off, leaving early and stuff, and Joe, gave me a warning, about missing work, about missing work and stuff like that, attendance and everything. Even if you miss work, you have a doctor statement, they still count it against you. I mean, I was coming late and stuff, and I didn't realize they count that stuff against you. And then after that, I was in the hospital, and he know that I ended up being in the hospital, and he still counting those days against me because it left me being in the hospital. But all those days I missed because I was sick, he counted those days against me, and I didn't know that. That was kind of fucked up. You know, I was sick and I was in the hospital. He counted those days against me. I don't really think Walmart counted those days against me, but I know the hospital did. And I got out the hospital. Believe it was I know I got out of the hospital. What? Okay, I went in the hospital on Friday. Yeah, I went in the hospital on Friday. Saturday and Sunday I called off at Walmart because of course I couldn't go. And then I got out the hospital Monday. Yeah, I got out the hospital Monday. That Monday coming up, and then I went to work in Walmart. Because I was anxious to get back to work, and then I tried to go back to work at the hospital. I was still, I guess I still was on. I guess I said I was in the hospital. They took me. Like took me off the schedule and everything. They had people like they had temps covering me. From executives. So I wasn't able to go back to work yet, but then they ended up getting official where I can go back to work. I mean I wasn't really tripping, because I was in a good space financially, during that time. So me staying at home, our idea was go home and like get some rest, and then they let me come back to work, and then I know one day I was late and he wrote me up and everything, for it. But I know like at the end of 2014, that it was said if you got written up you couldn't get the bonus, but he gave me the bonus in a way. I mean that was nice of him, you know. But then 2015 comes and I know like 2015 it was right after they changed the name of the hospital to Honor Health, and everything was going good. I was working and stuff, and I know Joe found out that I went to Walmart, and he started hating and stuff. He started hating, and then May came, and I took off to go to my niece's graduation. Ashley, I went to her graduation, so I took off, but I couldn't stay the whole week. I had to come back to work. Um, like that Saturday of the graduation week, I couldn't stay a whole week. So I came back that Saturday. I changed my flight in Southwest. I had to pay like an extra $100 to change it, but I changed it, and then went back home. But keep in mind, while I was working at the hospital, I was taking off, going, different places, going to California, to visit people and stuff. I know in 2014, I went to Arkansas. I drove to Arkansas, and then I gave my mom a PT Cruiser, and then I flew back on Southwest. And 2015, I was taking off going out of town. No problem at all. They didn't was tripping about me taking off, and then I took off and made go see Ashley graduate, and then I came back, and then because I wasn't able to see my other cousins graduate because I had to go back to town. I was kind of mad about that, but my main thing was seeing Ashley graduate because I haven't seen Ashley since like 2011. So me seeing her graduate was a good thing, and then I came back in June for my class reunion, and then after that, uh, I come back from the class reunion. It's 4th of July and all that. I had to work on 4th of July. I wasn't tripping about working on 4th of July because I took off for that. And then the next weekend I was supposed to be off, but they didn't want to give me my weekend off. And I told them I was supposed to be off this weekend. And then they were saying you've been taking off too much, blah blah. I'm like, um, yeah, I told them I only took off on the weekends I was supposed to take off. I did the week that I went, for my class reunion. I switched weekends to take off of that, so I wasn't really doing nothing wrong. But apparently he had an issue with me taking off. But yet, all the requests I did, you gave to me. But why you telling me now you have an issue with me taking off? Well, you should have told me that you had an issue with me taking off prior. I'm like, I already made plans. I can't. If I go back on my plans, people gonna be mad at me and stuff. I already made plans to do this. I have to go, and then they didn't want me to go, but I went anyway. I went to California anyway, and then when I came back, I just quit. I quit, and then I know HR at the hospital told me, I can get my job back if I want it, but I know I had a meeting with the HR person. I had a meeting with Joe, and Joe was just talking about Walmart. Like he hated the fact that I had another job. That was the problem. He hated the fact that I had another job, and he was really hating on me having another job. And I told him, me having another job is none of your business. You shouldn't worry about me working at Walmart. You need to worry about me working here. Worry about me come. You need to worry about me here. Don't worry about me over there because you know. I mean, I've been in Walmart longer than on and half John C. Lincoln anyway. So my my support is going to go to Walmart. That's who I was gonna support at the time. If I had to choose jobs and everything, Johnson Lincoln what's the better job, but Joe acting the way he acting and stuff and treat me like shit and everything, it just made me not want to deal with him no more. And I got tired of him yelling and stuff and cursing and everything. You know, I had to deal with a lot with him. As I get mad, he would curse and stuff like that. And you don't supposed to be cursing at me when you get mad at me, or if I do something I shouldn't be doing. You don't supposed to be yelling at me. You don't supposed to be cursing at me. That's that. I get triggered. You yell at me and you curse at me. That would really trigger me to go off. And I know one time, Joe Joe was yelling at us because I was working with a temp and I was working with this girl named Janet that was kind of she wasn't as focused as I was, so she wasn't working like how she was supposed to work. But then I got yelled at for it. And I know Janet didn't like him yelling at her either. She didn't appreciate him yelling at her either, and I was so mad at him. I left and went to HR, to make a complaint against him. And then he gonna tell me, you walk over there, it's like you walking off the job and everything. I'm like, it's still the hospital property. Yeah, yeah, cause he gonna tell me that I basically walked off the job. He could have, you know, terminated my job and stuff. Cause I walked off. I mean, I walked off because you was yelling. And I know that that they favor Joe too, because I guess Joe been there a long time. They favor him. They let him do what he want and stuff. But under the new administration, they finally got rid of him. Like 2 years, 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years after I left, they decided to get rid of him. And if I would just stick it out a little longer, I would still be there. Well, I would still be in Phoenix, but if I would stick that a little longer, I would have still been there. But you know, I just wasn't putting up for that stuff. And me leaving the hospital is how I ended up in Vegas because it was kind of like the same thing when I was in Little Rock and I left the courthouse and I just didn't see. I really didn't see nothing. I really didn't see nothing good for me being in Little Rock. So I went to Phoenix, and then after leaving the hospital and stuff, I just realized I didn't want to be in Phoenix no more. I started looking at Vegas, and then after I went to Vegas, for that timeshare thing, I wanted to stay in Vegas. I just wanted to stay in Vegas after that, and unless something happened again to where I don't want to be in Vegas no more, I'm staying in Vegas. I mean, I would have to really not like Vegas no more to where I move. And I don't want to move to Arizona because Arizona is a racist state. It's one of the 10 top racist states in the United States. It's one of the 10 top racist states in the country. And, like Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, them three I don't want to move to. I think yeah, Mississippi is one. I think Louisiana is one. Let's see, it's Arkansas, Texas, Arizona, it's Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia. I know it's Georgia, it's North South Carolina, Virginia, and Alabama. Yeah, them states I do not want to move to. Yeah, them states I don't want to move to. Oh wait, I think no Tennessee is in it too. No wait, no it's Tennessee. It's not Virginia. It's Tennessee too. So like I lived in Tennessee while I was in Memphis. I was in Arkansas, born there, Arizona. I was there 9 years. So them states I don't want to move to. Yeah, so Tennessee, Arkansas, Arizona, them three states. Okay, Texas, Mississippi. Okay, Louisiana, Alabama, North South Carolina, North and South Carolina. What's the other state? Hold on, let me count again. Okay, Arizona, Arkansas. I'm not even on the subject anymore. Arizona, Arkansas. Okay, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Okay, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama. No, okay, North South. Yeah, some states I don't want to move to. And I always say, if I go to Arizona, be Tucson, but I can't. I can't be in no racist state. And I always talk about California's expensive and everything, but California is not considered a racist state, even though they have lots of stuff happening there and stuff, but that's not considered a racist state. And and I have to be in a state that's not a racist state. I mean, Texas, I know Texas it has a good economy and everything and stuff, but I don't want to be in no racist state, and I don't want to be in no racist state. And Arizona was a racist state. I know I have friends there who may disagree, who may be mad because I'm talking about Arizona, but Arizona was remind me a lot of Texas. It's like it's like it's like Arizona was trying to be like California in the beginning, but it's like Arizona is trying to be like Texas. It just creeps me out. And Oklahoma is a red state, but it's not in the top 10. And it seemed like Oklahoma is trying to be like Texas a little bit, but yeah, but it wasn't in the top 10. But yeah, um, I remember after I left the hospital, I went to the hospital one morning to talk to say hi and stuff, and he came out and he spoke to me. I spoke to him, but I didn't really want to talk to him. And I last seen him like 2015, like after maybe a month or two after I left, I went up there and I seen him. I said hi. Um, I know John got mad at me because I emailed Joe and I told Joe about stuff Jonathan was doing, like like he was letting it was like these twins that worked there that was volunteers, and then I think the girl, I know the brother became like a security guard at the hospital. I think the girl got a job at the hospital when she turned 18. She got a job at the hospital. And I know she's hanging around Jonathan a lot. And you have her hanging around. Why are you hanging out with this girl? This girl is old enough to be your doc. Well, he was younger than me, but I'm just saying, this girl is a minor. Why are you hanging out with this girl for? It just seems kind of strange and everything. And I know that unless I see Jonathan, he didn't speak to me. He called me after I did that. But you, Jonathan, you the reason why I didn't. You're one reason why I quit. You, you because you didn't give him no days off, and Joe didn't want to change the schedule. All Joe had to do was say, "I do it this time," but just try not to take off as much. That's all he had to say was not take off as much, and I would have, be careful about how many days I take off and everything. That's all he had to do. You didn't have to just do me like that, you know. And my personal opinion, Joe, I think you're a racist Italian asshole. You seem like you're nice, but you're not nice. You like to yell at people. You know, you can be very, mean sometimes, and it's like you lose your temper and everything, and then you just lose it, and then I just felt, I felt kind of creeped out about you because it just seemed because I think my personal opinion that you're like a undercover gay man because I felt creeped about you. I remember he's come close to me and be like talking to me low and stuff. Not nothing bad though, but it just seemed you was getting my personal face and everything, and I don't like that. That's something the opposite sex would do for you, but you was like the same sex doing it to me. You just creeped me out and stuff. I just did not like it. You know, but I just feel like you're a creep. And I remember hearing that you have a son. You're part of that old generation. If you was gay, you couldn't come out. You had to do stuff behind the scenes. And knowing you, you probably used to do stuff behind the scenes. And I just so happy I don't have to worry about you no more. I don't have to deal with you no more. You know, you just basically just creep me out and stuff, and I'm just happy that I don't have to work with you no more. You can kiss my ass, you can fuck yourself, you can go jump in a lake of shit, a ball of fire. You can go to shit, like Brady said, you can go to shit. So you sorry, motherfucker, racist motherfucker. And I used to hear stories about you blocking jobs from people getting it. You only wanted some people to get it. And I know it was a cook up there that deserved to be supervisor, and you kept him from being supervisor. I think he became supervisor after you left. He became a supervisor. But I did this video. I'm in peace now, I guess. I don't have to deal with you no more. I don't have to deal with the yelling, the cursing, the creepiness. I just don't have to deal with you no more. I'm just happy that I don't have to deal with you no more. But anyway, let me get off this video because I need to be doing some driving. It's probably 8 o'clock. Oh yeah, it is 8 o'clock. I need to change this time right in my room. It's still behind, so I need to change it right now. But anyway, thanks for listening. Have a good day. Be safe. Be at peace. Have a good night. I'm getting sleepy. I don't know why. I had to drink some coffee or something. Yeah. I feel go out and drive. But anyway, thanks for listening. Go fuck yourself, Joe. But anyway, yeah, it was another Joe in Arizona that supposed to be a racist Joe Arpaio. I guess they're two of a kind. But Joe Arpaio needs to sit his ass down because I think he's in his 80s. He needs to sit his ass down. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, comment below. You see something, say something, don't be afraid to speak out. Wash your hands, be social distancing, wear a mask when needed. Come out across the again, Lance John, let John drop along more baby. Thanks for listening and have a good night. Peace.